Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing great today. Peter Liciaga here along with Colin McGill, and together we are your Mount Laurel martial arts guys, hosts of our community show. We go live at 11:45 every Friday, and what we want to do is highlight local small businesses. And it was recommended to come here to Pie Lady and highlight them and bring them support and attention, more attention. But I think they're doing great at getting attention. And so I got Mr. McGill, Master McGill, Colin McGill, my buddy here. So excited. You like it here?
Oh, I love not only the atmosphere here, but the coffee, everything. It's so good and delicious. Actually, it reminds me a lot of the small town up in New York that I went to college in. And it just has this kind of, it's got some age to the architecture, which I love, but also there's this kind of walking community here, which I think is something that at least in the town I'm living in is a little bit lacking. And in Mount Laurel, there's a couple of spots you can do that.
Yeah, I love it. Now, you went to Sarah Lawrence, right?
Yes.
Okay, up in New York, and I'm from New York. But today I'm having a vanilla chai latte. And what do you drink? Just strong, hardcore?
Strong, dark black coffee.
Strong, dark black coffee.
Well, I refer to jet fuel.
Jet fuel, I hear that. I had mine this morning, but I'm enjoying this tea. But we also have a couple of things here. Well, here's their logo right there, guys. That's their logo right there. Right there. I positioned nicely. All right, so I did order a couple of favorites here, and I asked them, what is the favorites, like the ones that people love the most. The pie here is the apple pie. That's one of their favorites, they say, is the apple pie. And some of their other delicious delights here, and sometimes some of them might be dangerous for us because they're sweet. One is a coconut scone, and I'm not going to take them up because they're actually in here. The coconut scone and the blueberry bran muffin and blueberry lemon muffin and the blueberry lemon scone they have in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to take it out. Okay. Well, I can't. I don't want to touch them. Okay. And so, but they're here. I don't know how to. I can't. Oh, let me. Well, you know, I'm not going to do that. I got to do something here, guys. Let me give you guys a bit of a look-see on this here, and hopefully they won't fall out. And well, right over here. There we go. This is what it looks like right there. Look at that. Awesome. Excellent. All right, guys. So it's great here. They also have a cafe here that is not open, and they told me the reason why it's not open is that they don't have enough help. So they are hiring. They are looking for people to help them because they've grown. I remember when they started. Did you get any history on them or anything like that? Find out any more about them?
Nothing more than what we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Well, I remember several years ago, my wife was working with the Moorestown Theater Company. Shout out to Moorestown and Mark and the family. My wife worked with them doing some choreography there. I work with them also. Oh, Tony Slade says they look yummy. Good, so you can see it okay. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. But my wife did some choreography with them. I actually worked, I did Guys and Dolls with them. So I worked with Rick Williams and the McHugh family who actually started Pie Lady. And I remember when they first opened, and now it's grown to this. It's just amazing. And having families have a vision, a dream, and realize that and make it happen. And then the town, the local community embrace it and support them, and they've been here for several years. And so I'm very excited to be here today. And I know they have the menu. Let me, before I go on, their menu here, they have a nice menu there. I'll make sure I put links down below. If you guys know how to link in the comment section, go ahead and link their Facebook page and also link their website right below. I really appreciate you guys doing that. And I know you guys see this reversed, but this is their breakfast menu. There's quite a bit on the breakfast menu. So they have food, not just these delicious delights. And so I will also, if anyone's interested in finding out about how you can help them out and maybe even get hired, I'll put the email right below in the comment section as soon as we finish our live right now. But there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about before we went in there, and of course I'll have Colin McGill chime in. And I have all my little notes here so that I don't skip a beat. But the first thing I wanted to do is let you guys know why we're doing this. A lot of small businesses have been thanking us for doing this, but this is our way of supporting our community and supporting our local small businesses. And share and add more to that.
So one of the things that I grew up in this area down the road in Lumberton and Mount Holly, and one of the things that has been so important to me personally, and also a lot of the people who I grew up with who grew up, like their families have been in this area for a long time. My family's been in this area for probably about 100 years. Is that ability of the community to kind of, when there are things going on, come in, support each other. And thank you, Mr. Tony, for putting in the Pie Lady menu. I like that.
I like that, yes. Right below. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Now, and just having that ability, and as the now head instructor over at Dinoto Karate Center, it's become more and more important to me to build in those community connections, not just in our local right-of-way area in Mount Laurel, where I grew up in Lumberton and Mount Holly, but just kind of building out into the area around us and being part of that, how we can support each other, and also how we can really show our appreciation, because it really is the small businesses and the people who are like in here, a walking community, that bring life to the places that we live in.
Yeah, and I love the fact that this started off as an idea, as a passion. Love making pies, great at making pies. Hey, why not have a place where we can sell our pies? And then grew into, okay, let's add more to our menu. Now let's create a cafe. By doing that, they create jobs and opportunities for young people and opportunities for people in the community. And so small businesses, we need to support our small businesses because they support the community. And
for small businesses in particular, that community support network, I think, is so important. In general, we're not really excited when the next Walmart or the Dunkin' Donuts opens up, even though they're usually locally operated.
They do serve a purpose. And I believe we can have both.
Yes.
And it's shown that we can have both. A lot of people thought that because of big bookstores, it would get rid of the small bookstores, but we found that over time it did not. That we have some people who are very creative coming out with the bookstore. Now it's a novelty. It becomes a lot more valuable because now we see the value of it. And all small businesses, they have challenges.
Yes.
Challenges. We know last year was very challenging. We're still coming through it, but in a normal, anytime of anyone's life, if you want to start a small business, it's always going to be challenging. Just look at the statistics. So for us to support our small businesses is huge. And there's one thing, reason why we started this show and going out every week, 11:45 live at 11:45. Okay, to highlight small businesses. We're here at Pie Lady and in Moorestown. And we're actually in Main Street, which I love this Main Street. They got these nice big sidewalks. They have the tables out here. It's great. I love that. But the challenges are always going to be there. So what I wanted to talk about, something that we talk about with our students at Dinoto Karate Center, because our expertise is basically martial arts, self-defense, and having the right mindset. But one of the things that we've been talking about is, what do you do to break through challenges? How do you break through challenges? So we're going to share some ideas about that. Breaking through challenges, because small businesses, challenges, families have challenges, kids have challenges, people, we all have challenges. And I don't care what's going on in the world, that we're always going to have challenges. So how do you break through? Hi, Cliff, thanks for the wave. I'm going to give you a wave, sir. I like that. And so how do you break through these challenges? So there's two ways you can break through challenges, I think. You can go slow, very methodically, very thoughtfully, very meaningfully, and really work your way through that challenge. Or you could just, bam, go right through that challenge, bust through that challenge, just get through that challenge. There's two ways. Now the question is this: which way is the right way? Which way is the wrong way? It all depends on the situation, right? So both can be right, or both can be wrong. So let me explain that. We have, what we teach our students, we have this idea of your A game. Your A game. And A game is this, it's 3 A's: awareness, assessment, and action. Not just any action, but the right appropriate action. And so if you are in a situation, you have a challenge, you have an obstacle, you have to then first be aware of that obstacle, that challenge. And then you have to assess the challenge. You have to think about it. And then it brings you to an action. What is the right appropriate action here? Sometimes the action, the right appropriate action, is to be thoughtful, meaningful, and to consider and to really go slow to get through that challenge. Sometimes you realize, you know what, I'm aware of a situation, I've assessed it, and I got to do something really fast and break through, bust through, get through it, just explode through this challenge and get through it and knock it down, get rid of it, and move forward. And so it all depends on the situation. Okay, so what I wanted to do is give you a bit of a demonstration. This past weekend we had a board break event and learning how to break through boards. So the boards then become the challenges. I know while I was talking, Master McGill, Colin McGill here, was writing down different things. So show them that, other things you were writing down. different challenges. I know you guys see it backwards, but it says challenge up there, and then there's mental challenges, there's physical challenges, there's environmental challenges, there's emergencies that will come up, there's personal challenges that are happening, there's lifestyle and life situations that come up for the moment. You guys know what I'm talking about. And there's challenges that are just temporary. So we can add to this, you guys can add to that. What are some challenges that you guys would add to that list? Okay, so anyway, again, there's 2 ways to break through your challenges. And here we are at Pie Lady Cafe. I'm sure they've had a lot of challenges, like every small business, especially after last year. But they had to assess a situation. They became aware of situations, they assessed situations, and they had meaningful, thoughtful actions that were appropriate for that situation. So, one way to get through a challenge is to be very slow, methodical, thoughtful, and slowly go through. So what I'm going to demonstrate, if we can, see if this works out. Never done this before as far as doing it live. So I have Master McGill in the worst position as possible to hold a board. And I have to say, these boards are easy breakable boards. It's not hard boards at all, but you'll get the idea. So the first way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my hand here and I'm going to slowly push through. You're going to bring it up a little bit. I'm going to slowly push through, and we're going to push. And it comes. Oh! Did you get hit in the chest? So that's the first way, okay? It broke through. It wasn't easy, the slow work, but we got through it. The next way is you become aware of a situation, you have assessed the situation. No tappy. we have the microphone there and he's tapping. Okay, good. Did it hurt?
No.
Okay. But you've assessed the situation and you've come to the reality that the action that's needed right now, the right appropriate action right now, is to bust through, break through. So what I'm going to have, this way I don't hit him in the chest again with this one, I'm going to have him back up his chair so he has a full extension of his arm. So you face this way. All right, and so this is going to be breaking through. So I'm going to be right through there as fast as possible. And I see a challenge, I've assessed it, and I said, man, I got to just bust through. Boom! That's it. Fast, quick. Action, get through it, and move on to the next challenge. Move on, staying on track, not getting distracted, being what we would call indistractable. And so 2 ways, okay guys, 2 ways to break through challenges is one way is to go slow, methodical, and press through very thoughtfully. That's one way. Second way is just bust through. Break through, get to the other side of it, and continue. And it all depends on your A game. You have to have a great A game. Have the ability to assess, ability to, be aware first, assess, and then move to the right appropriate action. One of the things that we're definitely talking about is making sure you stay aligned to what's important to you, because your A game is going to be predicated based on what's truly important to you, your core values. And so shared a lot with you guys today, and I want to have Master McGill add his genius. And
that awareness is so important, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to recognize what kind of challenge you're faced with right now. Is this a challenge that is something that's happening over and over again and might need a larger habit style change? Is this something that is one of those ebbs and flows? I know a lot of us have dealt with mental and internal challenges that you have to be aware of the moment when they're happening, because often you have to resist the urge, myself included, of letting that become a change in how you're reacting to everything else that's going on.
Sure.
It's truly step one, that awareness, and then picking which of the 2 kinds of plans you're going to do. Sometimes the plan that is necessary and the right one is to really just charge straight through, and other times your solutions have to be a little bit more methodical in how they go through and approach that actual same problem.
And the number one thing is the challenges should not take you off track. Don't let your challenges distract you from your vision, your goal. And so we thought we'd share that with you guys today at Pie Lady Cafe on Main Street in Moorestown. And again, the reason why we do this show is really to highlight small businesses, local small businesses, share some thoughts that we have that we've been teaching our students at Dinoto Karate Center. But we want to support our local small businesses because their lifeblood is revenue, is your revenue. And so liking, sharing what your experience is great. But more importantly, we want to encourage people to come out to the small businesses and invest their money in the local small businesses by purchasing their products and their services. And hey, you could also invest in a small business by working for them. And I know Pie Lady, they need help. They're hiring. So please, right as soon as we're done, right below, I'm going to put the email that they recommend that you email if you are interested in working at the Pie Lady, helping them continue to grow this business, local small business. And so I'm excited that we came here. Thank you guys for spending the time. And Cliff Weller, thank you so much, sir. I thank you for taking a moment, coming in here and waving. And guys, again, if you've been to Pie Lady, make sure your friends know about it. Also, right below, share what your favorite is. We shared a couple of favorites here. We have like the 5 favorites here. The apple pie is the pie favorite. Okay, the popular one I take it. And then the coconut scone, the blueberry lemon scone, and I'm looking off the list over here, the blueberry lemon muffin and the blueberry bran muffin. Okay, those are some of the favorites that people, that they thought of when I asked them, what are some favorites of people that buy here? Okay, guys, so anyway, that's all the time we have today. Master McHugh, what's your goodbyes? Any goodbyes? You're good?
Listen, I love the atmosphere here. I love the environment. I'll be coming back here later.
I like that.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Take care. Bye.